For more than a century, the American hunting rifle moved with the rhythm of an old frontier judge. Lift the bolt, pull it back, drive it forward, lock it down. That motion built legends across elk country, mule deer basins, frozen timber, and high desert ridgelines. But in 2026, during the Hunt Expo Utah season, a different rhythm is cutting through the noise. Not a turn, not a lift, just one straight line, back and forward, fast as a cavalry saber leaving the scabbard. The straight pull hunting rifle was once seen by many American hunters as a strange European luxury. Too expensive, too complicated, too far from the practical world of Western big game hunting. But that belief is starting to crack. Today, these rifles are becoming faster, stronger, lighter, and more field-ready than ever before. Some are built like mountain tools. Some are engineered like old-world machines wrapped in modern steel. But not every straight pull deserves your money. So today, we are counting down the top 7 straight pull hunting rifles hunters should be watching during the Hunt Expo Utah 2026 season. And by the time we reach number 1, you will know which rifle is the real new king of the straight pull world. The Heym SR30 High Performance Precision Rifle is not the loudest name in the straight pull world, but it carries the kind of quiet authority that only old German engineering can earn. This rifle was not born from marketing noise. It comes from a culture where a hunting rifle is treated almost like a family blade, something built to survive cold forests, steep ground, and decades of hard use. In that world, speed matters, but trust matters more. The heart of the SR30 is its straight pull locking system. Instead of lifting and rotating a bolt handle like a traditional turn bolt rifle, the shooter drives the action straight back and straight forward. The motion is clean, almost surgical. The rifle stays planted in the shoulder, and the sight picture does not collapse every time the action cycles. That is the real advantage, not just speed, control. On the bench, it feels like a precision instrument. In the field, it feels like a disciplined hunting tool that refuses to waste motion. But here is the deal breaker. In the United States, this rifle is still a rare animal. Parts, dealer support, and broad market familiarity are not on the same level as bigger names. For the average American hunter, owning one can feel less like buying a rifle and more like joining a very small club. Market pricing can vary by importer and configuration, but this rifle usually sits in the premium, custom price class. The Browning Maral is the straight pull rifle that feels like it was designed for hunters who still respect tradition, but refuse to be slowed down by it. Browning has always carried a different kind of weight in the hunting world. It is not just a name on a receiver. It is a long memory of walnut, steel, fieldcraft, and rifles that crossed continents in the hands of serious hunters. The Maral takes that old hunting soul and gives it a faster pulse. The mechanic's insight is the quick reloading system built around a straight pull action with a return-assisted bolt. The shooter pulls the bolt straight back, and the system helps drive it forward again. That means the hand does not need to lift, rotate, or fight through a long traditional bolt cycle. The rifle moves like a controlled spring under pressure. Fast, direct, ready. For hunters working thick timber, driven game fields, or broken terrain where a second sight picture can disappear in a heartbeat, that speed has real value. It keeps the rifle calmer in the shoulder and keeps the hunter connected to the optic instead of wrestling with the action. But here is the deal breaker. The Maral still feels more European than American in personality. For hunters who want a simple, familiar, rugged turn-bolt rifle with massive aftermarket support, the Maral may feel specialized and slightly foreign. Market pricing can vary by country and configuration, but this rifle generally belongs in the premium hunting rifle class. The Merkel Helix Speedster feels like it was built for the hunter who does not have time to argue with gravity. This is a life shaped by the European-driven hunt tradition, where animals move fast, windows are narrow, and a slow action can turn opportunity into memory. But that same idea has real meaning in American timber, brush country, and broken western terrain, where the second chance may last less than a breath. The mechanic's secret is the Helix action. It uses a geared straight pull system that shortens the movement of the bolt. The shooter moves the handle only part of the distance, but inside the rifle, the bolt travels the full path. That mechanical advantage gives the Helix its strange magic. It feels less like operating a rifle and more like charging a precision engine, back, forward, locked, ready. The Speedster stock adds to that feeling. The thumb hole design pulls the hand naturally into position, keeping the shooter connected to the rifle like a rider locked into a saddle. It is fast, smooth, and almost theatrical in motion. But here is the deal breaker. The ergonomics are very European. Some American hunters will love the Speedster stock immediately, while others may find it too specialized, too sculpted, and too far from the simple straight comb hunting rifles they grew up with. Market pricing can vary by importer and trim level, but this rifle sits firmly in the high premium price range. The Strasser RS Fourteen evolution is what happens when a hunting rifle stops pretending to be simple and becomes a modular rifle system for the mountains. This is Austrian engineering with no interest in romance unless the romance is built out of steel, carbon, and cold mechanical logic. The RS Fourteen was made for hunters who travel, who change terrain, who may want one rifle to become many rifles without losing the soul of the platform. Its mechanical advantage is modularity. The barrel system allows the hunter to change calibers with serious repeatability. The lockup is strong, the action is direct, and the straight pull motion keeps everything moving in one clean line. Instead of breaking cheek weld with a traditional bolt throw, the shooter runs the rifle like a precision gate, closing under pressure. There is something almost surgical about it. The rifle does not feel like a farm tool. It feels like a field instrument built for men who measure distance in yards, wind in judgment, and failure in inches. But here is the deal breaker. The RS Fourteen evolution is expensive, and in the United States, its support ecosystem is not as wide as more familiar premium names. If you want a rifle that every local shop understands immediately, this may not be your easiest road. Market pricing can vary by country, barrel package, and configuration, but this rifle usually lives in the upper premium class. The Savage Impulse Mountain Hunter is the rifle that finally made the straight pull concept sound American. For years, many hunters in the United States looked at straight pull rifles as elegant foreign machines. Impressive, yes. Fast, yes. But too expensive, too rare, and too far away from the rough, practical world of Western hunting. Savage changed that conversation. The Impulse Mountain Hunter was built for the kind of hunter who climbs before daylight, carries his rifle across loose rock, and wants speed without giving up familiar American toughness. It does not feel like a museum piece. It feels like a hard-working mountain rifle with a faster heartbeat. The mechanic's insight is the hex lock system. Instead of a classic rotating bolt, the action uses ball bearings that lock into the barrel extension under pressure. When the shooter runs the bolt, the movement is straight back and straight forward. No lift, no twist, no wasted motion. That gives the rifle a strange kind of force in its efficiency. The carbon-wrapped barrel helps cut weight while keeping stiffness. The AccuFit stock gives the shooter a practical way to adjust comb height and length of pull. In the mountains, those small adjustments matter, because a rifle that fits badly becomes heavier with every mile. But here is the deal breaker. For a rifle called the Mountain Hunter, it is not truly featherweight once you add a real optic, rings, sling, and load in a magazine. It is mountain capable, not mountain invisible. Market pricing can vary, but many listings place this rifle around $2,437. The Blaser R8 Professional 2.0 is not just a rifle, it is a system, and that is why it has become one of the most respected and most intimidating names in the straight pull world. Blaser comes from a hunting culture where speed, precision, and engineering prestige are treated like sacred law. The R8 was built for hunters who do not want a single rifle sitting in the safe. They want one central platform that can transform for red stag, wild boar, elk, mountain game, and long-range open country with a change of barrel, bolt head, and magazine insert. The mechanic's insight is the modular straight pull action. The bolt runs directly back and forward with a locked, linear motion that feels brutally efficient. There is no wasted arc, no traditional bolt lift, no old-world hesitation. Just a clean mechanical stroke that keeps the shooter connected to the rifle. The trigger unit, magazine system, and barrel interface all work together like a sealed machine. It feels less like a common hunting rifle and more like a luxury field rifle built by watchmakers who understand pressure, recoil, and cold weather. In the shoulder, the R8 has a rare calmness. The action cycles like a steel door sliding shut in a fortress, but here is the deal breaker. The price is punishing. Once you start adding barrels, mounts, optics, and caliber options, the Blaser system can become far more expensive than many hunters are willing to justify. This is not the practical man's bargain. This is the premium man's commitment. Market pricing can vary by configuration and region, but entry-level packages often begin in the high premium price class. The Beretta BRX1 is the rifle that turns the straight pull idea from an exotic European machine into something far more disruptive to the old guard, a real contender. Beretta is one of the oldest names in the firearms world, but the BRX1 does not feel trapped by history. It feels like a company with centuries behind it deciding to step into the modern hunting market with a rifle built for speed, practicality, and hard field use. That is what makes it different. The BRX1 does not try to win by being the most expensive rifle on the table. It wins by giving the hunter a straight pull system that actually makes sense in the real world. It is fast. It is ambidextrous. It is modular enough to matter. And it does not demand that you sell half your gear just to join the straight pull club. The mechanic's insight is the rotating bolt head and reversible bolt handle system. The shooter can set it up for right-hand or left-hand operation without turning the rifle into a gunsmithing project. The bolt runs straight back and straight forward with a clean, aggressive motion, locking into place with the confidence of a bank vault door. That matters because hunting is never perfect. The animal does not stand on command. The wind does not wait. Your position may be awkward. Your breathing may be rough. Your hands may be cold. And in that moment, a rifle that saves motion can save opportunity. The BRX1 feels like a working rifle, not a status symbol. The polymer magazine, adjustable trigger, and modern stock design all point toward one mission: keep the rifle useful, fast, and ready for the kind of hunter who actually takes it into the field. Compared to the more expensive straight pull legends, the Beretta feels less like a luxury object and more like the first serious warning signal sent through the entire category. That is why it earns the #1 spot. Not because it is the most elite, not because it is the most expensive, but because it may be the straight pull rifle that finally makes American hunters pay attention. Market pricing can vary, but many listings place this rifle around $1,599. The straight pull rifle used to live on the edge of the American hunting world, respected by a few, ignored by many, too European, too expensive, too unfamiliar. But that line is starting to disappear. From the rare mechanical discipline of the Heym SR30 to the practical speed of the Browning Maral, to the fast-driven hunt energy of the Merkel Helix, this category is no longer just about speed. It is about control. It is about keeping the rifle in the shoulder, keeping the eye behind the optic, keeping the moment from slipping away. The Strasser RS Fourteen evolution proves that modularity can become a serious field advantage. The Savage Impulse Mountain Hunter proves that America is no longer watching from the sidelines. The Blaser R8 Professional 2.0 remains the high throne of premium straight-pull engineering. But the Beretta BRX1 may be the rifle that changes the conversation for everyone else. Not because it is the most expensive, because it makes the straight pull idea feel practical. And that is what matters in the real world. The mountain does not care about brand loyalty. The timber does not care about tradition. And the hunt does not wait for slow hands. So if you want more straight talk on the rifles that are worth your money, and the ones that are just polished hype, subscribe to the channel. Because out here, marketing fades fast. Steel, speed, and field truth last longer.